Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step detailed tutorial on how to ombre polygel. So first we have to start off with prep. I'm just gently pushing back my cuticles and scraping up anything that's on the nail plate. Then I'm using my cuticle clean bit from Kiara Sky to further clean up my cuticle area. Then I'm using a sanding band to remove the shine from my nail, put some scratches in it. My nail already looks roughed up because I took off a set right before I put this one on, but I'm just doing this step super gently like you should with either an e-file or a hand file. Then I'm gonna apply my Macar XL tips. After cutting them down, I'm removing the shine from the tip as well and also blending it into my natural nail. For prep, I'm using Mia's Secret dehydrator and primer, just using a layer of each. Then you're gonna see me put a layer of base coat on my nails as well. Now that I'm all prepped and ready, I'm going to show you the polygels I'm going to be using. I'm using this You're My Queen polygel from To Be Glam, a Siesta from Macar, and a Clear from Macar. There are 3 steps to an ombre. The first step is to take your design color and you want to fit it to your tip. So I moved that bead from sidewall to sidewall. Then I brought product up to form it to the tip. Then I turn my finger over because it's more comfortable when I'm smoothing out that bottom edge of the bead, and I'm just going to smooth it out into the tip so that there's no bumpiness in our ombre design. I'm doing the next 3 fingers all at the same time. Polygel does not cure until you put it in the lamp, so you have more than enough time to take your time and perfect your shape. So I'm just doing all 3 at a time because this is the easiest step, and once I'm done, I can just cure all at once. I do want to mention that if you don't have lots of polygel color options, an easier and even faster method of getting a design color would also be to use like gel polish on the tips. Cure that and then move into your nude polygel. So I'm using a Siesta from Macar because it is the perfect nude for my skin tone. I went ahead and did the ombre very quickly on my pointer finger. Now I'm going to take you through the steps of it on my middle finger. So I placed a bead down, a very small bead because we want to keep this layer thin. The first thing you're always going to do is move that bead from sidewall to sidewall. Now I'm going to work on the very bottom edge of that bead and bring down thin amounts of product to the cuticle. And as I push it back to my skin without touching my skin, I'm going to continue to thin it out each time by using some pressure. I'm cleaning up anything that might have touched my skin, and now for the top end of the bead, I'm going to create an even line of product across from sidewall to sidewall. You want to make sure that this is even so that the fade we do later has even transparency in the blend. So now that I have that even, I'm going to drag up the product to the area that I want my blend to begin. Once you have it to the right placement, you're going to use some pressure at the belly of your brush and the tip of your brush to feather that product into your tip bead. So this is what it looks like afterwards. I'm just going to clean up the cuticle area, do some final touches, and then cure it under the lamp. And this is the best way to ombre polygel. Breaking it down into those couple of steps makes it so easy to get the same result every single time. So I sped it up on my ring finger, doing the exact same process. I do want to share a tip with you guys for in case this scenario happens to you. So on this nail, I got that ombre color way too high up for my liking. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip, wipe away the excess, and then it's going to leave a clean line of product that we're going to then blend up. And since we wiped away product, it should be a lot lower and it should be at the placement that you like. That is step 2 to do the actual nude in the ombre part of the design. So this is what it's looking like after they're all finished. They're looking really pretty, but we are not done yet. The next thing we want to do is encapsulate. Now this step is very, very important, and I'm using Macart Clear. So I'm going to explain what it is, then I'm going to show you how to do it in more detail on my next finger, and then we're going to talk about why it's important. So encapsulating is just taking clear and completely capping and covering the design. This is going to protect the design and add structure to the nail, so it's really important to do this step. So when you're doing this, you want to first place the bead where you want the thickest point of your nail to be, which is your apex area. First, move that bead sidewall to sidewall. Then again, we're gonna work on the outer edges of that bead. So I'm dragging down a little bit of product to the cuticle area. Then I'm gonna try to leave a decent amount of thickness in the center of that bead and just drag up the top of the bead to bring it to the tip. We want to leave a decent amount of product in the center because that is what's going to build our apex. So it's really important to clear cap your designs or encapsulate, because when it's time to file, we will be filing away at the clear and still have that design underneath. Whereas if we didn't encapsulate, we would be filing away that blend that we worked so hard to create on the ombre. Because the blend or the fade is that very, very top layer of the nail. So if we were to file, we would definitely file that away. And we also go into our ombre designs knowing that we need to cover it with clear. So we make sure that the design layer is very thin, and then you're going to use your clear to make the apex area so that the nails are strong. So moving into filing, I did clean off the nails with alcohol to remove the stickiness. Then I'm just going to use an 80/80 grit hand file to fix up the shape. Now with my 5-in-1 fine drill bit, I'm going to go around the cuticle first to clean that area up, make sure nothing's touching the skin, and smooth that area as much as I can. Then I'm going to use up and down motions to debulk the nail, and then I'm going to use side to side motions to smooth out the nails from the up and down motions. So it's looking pretty good. We're just gonna go ahead and buff out any of the scratches. I did that to the rest of the nails, and now I'm just cleaning them up with some alcohol and brushing that in so that we can get all that dust away. You could definitely leave the nails like this. They're looking so cute, very pretty, but I wanted to make it even more Valentine's Day themed. So I'm going to be using a bunch of different reds, pinks, and white gel polish with the dotting tool and a line brush. To create hearts, I'm using the dotting tool to create 2 dots right next to each other, and then taking that line brush and pulling those 2 dots into a point. It's the easiest way to make hearts. So I'm just doing this with multiple colors. And then you're gonna see me add some light pink dots into the design. At this point, my camera died, and this is what the design looked like afterwards. Now we're just gonna go ahead and top coat them all, make them look really pretty and bring them to life. I'm using my Mia Secret Glass Finish top coat, by the way. And now to just cuticle oil them up, I'm using my Cusio cuticle oil. I love this part because it brings the whole look together, and I just love the way that these turned out. The ombre was so beautiful. I love the length and the shape. I love how the hearts just kind of added to the Valentine's Day theme. I really hope that this video was helpful for anyone who's wanting to advance in their polygel skills and wants to do ombres. I feel like with these steps, you will definitely be able to achieve them once you get the hang of it. But that is all that I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.